what I know about you from everybody that I ask, and I ask a lot of people about you, Sam. You're like you will not, do you celebrate the wins enough? I'm a little worried for you.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely do. I hate to lose, and I hate to lose more than I like to win. But it's kind of one of those things where going into every game, I expect to win. But when you lose, like we lost those three straight, it really makes you appreciate winning. So I think definitely after kind of going through that 3-game losing streak, I definitely have more of an appreciation for winning now. But yeah, I mean, I definitely celebrate them. I just don't show much emotion. I try to try to stay all business-like and not let anyone really see my emotions, but I definitely do.
We got to celebrate some of this stuff, right? Because you're ranked top 10 in completions, passing yards, passing touchdowns. You, my friend, hold Washington's all-time passing record through 7 career starts. I met you in preseason. I don't know what your goals were, but it sounds like the old Commanders found their franchise quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to do everything I can on a weekly basis to, help my team and give my team the best chance to win. I really don't get too caught up into numbers or records or anything like that. I just try to do everything I can to give my team the best chance to win on Sundays. And hopefully we'll continue to do that.
So when you talk, I know that you don't like to look back either, and that Bills game was really tough, and then the Bears and all that you're talking about. What was the biggest lesson that you sort of took out of that and you can pull for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think, just going through those 2 games, obviously it was tough, and 2 games that we didn't play very well as a team. And I think it just kind of showed us when we don't show up on Sunday and we don't do our jobs at a high level, then it shows us what can happen to us. So I think it just makes everyone focus a little bit more throughout the week and go into Sunday with the right mindset. Because I think when everyone's doing their job and everyone knows what they're supposed to do and we're all on the same page, I think we can be a really good football team.
Who would you say you guys are? I think that's a perfect lead into my next question. Like, what is like the defining characteristic of this team early still through 6 weeks of the season? Like, what are y'all made of? What are you learning?
I think we're a gritty team, and I think we have a lot of guys that just love to fight and love to play together. We're a true family in here, and we all love each other, and we have such a good time coming to work together each and every day, and it's so much fun kind of going through the week and preparing with all the guys. And I think we're starting to figure out how good we can really be. And I think we showed throughout the year how good we can be on both sides of the ball. It's just a matter of us continuing to try to put together complete games, just because I feel like when we do that, no one can stop us. So it's just a matter of trying to continue to grow and continue to get to come together as a team. And I think we'll be all right.
And I know it's not the best. This staff's kind of like good and bad, because you're saying you're playing well on both sides of the ball. I don't think we've seen the potential of this team yet. And I think it'll happen in the second half because it's getting better every week and you guys are coming together. But you bounce back from stuff like nothing happened. It is fun to watch, but it's also like, I don't know how you do it. It's like you lead a 2-minute drill with the poise of a 10-year veteran quarterback. Like, you're the NFL leader right now in fourth quarter comeback so far this year. How do you stay so composed out there in those chaotic moments?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it just falls back on my preparation throughout the week. And I feel like I go into each and every game just so confident and so prepared. And a lot of it, too, has to do with the people I have around me, and just relying on my teammates. And I have so many good players around me that have, helped me throughout this year, helped me grow throughout this year, and just relying on them and just, knowing how good those players are and knowing how hard we work throughout the week to give ourselves a chance on Sunday. I just kind of fall back on all those things, and it just kind of helps us go out there on Sunday in those heated situations. It just helps us stay calm and just know what we're supposed to do, and just rely on one another.
Speaking of heated situations, Sam, we talked a lot about Eric Bienemy. I had my eyes all over him, and I was at training camp that day that I met you, and there was a lot of joking in the offense about his voice and his intensity, and it was a big storyline about how tough he is on players and his expectations and all of that. You have 6 games now under your belt with Eric Bienemy. What's the biggest change or the biggest thing that he's brought to this offense?
Yeah, he's just brought so much energy, so much passion. And I think just kind of seeing how hard he works throughout the week. Like he stays here really late, and he really tries to give us players the best opportunity to go out there and win on Sundays. And I think everyone has seen how hard he works and seen how bad he wants to win. And he doesn't care how it gets done as long as it gets done. And I think just going through these first 6 weeks of the season, people have really developed a true appreciation for him and how hard he works. Obviously, he's a very demanding coach and he expects a lot from his players, but I think as players, that's what we want. And he certainly has earned the right to be that way based on how hard he works and how much he puts into this thing. So I think we're just finally starting to figure out how good we can be as an offense, and we'll continue to grow each and every week and continue to try to get all the guys involved and get everybody the ball. And I think when we do that, we'll be really good.
The sack thing is big. So you're talking about growing, and I have really appreciated your kind of like your accountability, even though it's not all of your fault, but wanting to grow, wanting to get the ball out of your hands a little bit quicker. But like 96, I mean, you're on pace for 96 sacks. Like nobody wants to see that. Can I have your offensive lineman's phone numbers? Because I think I can fix it. I think I can talk to him.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is like that's the worst part about sacks is like it looks like it's just on the O-line, but I think at the end of the day, I'm the one who has the ball in my hand, and I'm the one who has the ability to throw the ball before I get hit. And that's the reality of it. And I think, a lot of those sacks that we've had so far have been opportunities where I could have gotten rid of the football. And so it's just an area where I'm just trying to continue to grow and trying to, continue to find ways to either find a short incompletion or, throw it away. One of those two things. And I think it's just a part of my game where I know I can improve. So it's been kind of fun to come in each and every day and try to learn from those things and try to get better.
Really beautifully said. It's like, this is what every head coach should play in the media training for what their quarterback should be in this NFL. It's crazy how young you are talking the way that you do. It's unbelievable. Let's talk about your Tar Heels, my friend. 6-0, undefeated. Mm-hmm. All the buzz in this upcoming draft is about Caleb Williams, right? So let's not really talk about the Tar Heels, but let's talk about what's going on here. Should we be talking about Drake Maye as the potential number one pick with how insane he's looked this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think Drake's a great dude, a good friend of mine, and he's a heck of a player. And I think he showed last year how good he is. And he came in and stepped in, and obviously, he had a lot of expectations, coming in playing last year, and he did a heck of a job and kind of blew all those out of the water, and he lit it up last year. And then obviously he had a lot of hype coming into this year. Everyone's talking about the NFL draft and stuff like that, and he's been focused on ball. He's done a good job. He's a great leader. He's leading those guys, and they're 6-0 right now. But yeah, I mean, people get into whether he should be the number one pick or not, but I think it's just a matter of what coaches really want. Just because I think him and Caleb are obviously they're two heck of football players. They're two really good football players. It just comes down to maybe, what system they're trying to run or what they're trying to do with their offense. But I think he definitely should be in that conversation.
Along with his UNC stuff, I learned this morning that your dad's name is Duke, which it just doesn't seem right. Yeah,
and my dad's name is Duke, and that's my middle name. So it's definitely not something I'm proud of. I don't talk about it a lot, but yeah, if I could change it, which I probably could change it, I probably should look into changing it, honestly.
No, we're not changing your name, Sam. We're not doing that. But speaking of Duke, we asked your week 7 opponent, Daniel Jones, this week, what his favorite Halloween costume was growing up. And you guys both grew up in Charlotte. And he said he was Steve Smith, in my opinion, Hall of Fame wide receiver. What did you dress up as when you were a kid? Greg Olsen?
Yeah, not Greg Olsen. I probably did a Cam Newton one time.
Did you?
Cam Newton was a heck of a player.
You were 11 when Cam Newton was the quarterback. I looked it up this morning and I was like, I gotta go. That's insane.
Yeah, no, it was a fun time though when he was the quarterback. But I always dressed up as a different athlete, like every Halloween. A lot of times it was a baseball player. Baseball is my favorite sport growing up. But yeah, I mean, I love Halloween. It's a fun time. Cool to see kind of what everyone's dressing up as. We usually have a little Halloween get together here, so that'll be fun this year.
Which baseball player? And I heard you were quite a baseball player. You got a lot of scouts. You had a lot of love. You could have gone pro.
Yeah, I would like to think so. But yeah, I mean, David Ortiz was one of my favorite players.
Awesome.
Big copy. So yeah, he was definitely one of my favorite players. Now I'm a big Braves fan. Living in North Carolina, the Braves were the closest MLB team to me, so I'm a big Braves fan. I'm heartbroken that we lost last week. But yeah, we'll be ready next year.
You guys got to get a win and get against these Giants, and you won't be heartbroken. It's at MetLife. 3 career road starts for you, Sam. You have 6 touchdown passes, no interceptions, a 108.1 passer rating. What does this offense need to do? Like the one specific thing that you're really working on to grow as you do every day you show up there, to sort of figure it out against the New York defense?
Yeah, I mean, I think that they do a lot of really good things on defense, and I think that's obviously we saw that in the Buffalo game the other night. Is that this team is obviously their record isn't great right now, but they're definitely a capable football team, and they have a lot of really good players on that roster. and they're kind of, still trying to, find a way to put it together. And obviously Daniel being hurt, affects that team. And we know it's a good football team. We had 2 really good battles with them last year, so we know it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a hard, tough game, but we'll have a good plan. But it'll definitely take our best to go up there and win. And we just got to find a way to start fast, and try to sustain that for all 4 quarters.
Why don't you tell these fans to come travel up and go to the game? I'm excited.
Yeah, no, they need to. It was fun in Atlanta last week. I think we might have had more, if not the same amount as Atlanta did. So it was fun to see that, and the fans have been awesome all year long. Every home game has been a sellout. So we hope to see a good crowd up there in New York.
I was talking to Marissa, who you met my producer, when we were out there a couple of months ago. We want to find the game to go to. So what we have, you're coming out to LA. So I might come to that game. That one's December. What's another game? There's another one in Washington we might go to. Which game should we come to?
All of them. Come to all the games.
I saw you post game. You were like, I don't even know who we play next. I don't even know we're playing the Giants. That can't be true.
No, I really know. I mean, I know every team that we play this year, but I don't know who we have the next game. I really don't look at our schedule. I really couldn't tell you who we play next week. I think we play the Patriots soon, maybe.
Patriots soon, he's saying at Patriots, and then you have at Cowboys. Mm-hmm. Is that on Thanksgiving?
I know the Cowboys is on Thanksgiving.
Oh, Dolly Parton's doing the halftime there.
Oh, is she really?
Yeah, he doesn't even know who that is. He's like, I don't know.
I know who it is. I know who it is.
You're honestly just such a pleasure. So thanks for hanging out with us. I know you got a lot going on, and you're taking time for us in the middle of the day. You're the best. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Kate. Thank you for having me on.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest Up and Adams content right on YouTube.